Hello guys, this is Avcoor and I'm back with some more Archeland content. Sorry I'm a bit late, but I was on my vacation. I updated OBS and I had to learn how to redo it. So I'm back on the content. I'm behind on the content that I was making, but I'm going to fix that. So let's get started. We'll start in Promised Land like we always do. Promised Land is not a big deal for me. I'll have to do a guide on it, but I'm pretty much where I want to be here. What I will remark on is the time it takes to level up these facilities is kind of huge. Like in order to get to level 13, it's like 4 days. And in order to get this to max level, strengthening one's stamina, I guess that's what it's called. It's like freaking 5 days. So this is very time consuming and it's also very resource consuming. So I think that's why we need to have a guide on this. But the benefits are massive once you start getting into 13, 14. 15, not so much since I record a lot. I don't really use the clock of forgiveness, so I'm not really worried about that. But secret boundary daily sweeps are huge. And you get 3 extra with this, and you get like 500 potentially increased reputation. That's huge. So when you look at that, I'm okay with sacrificing this because the other facilities are providing a lot of stuff. And if you're really diligent about your promised land, it should look like this. This should all be maxed out. It should be maxed out. You should be close to maxing this out. This should definitely be maxed out. All resource points should be maxed out. There's no excuse because even though it doesn't generate benefits at the beginning, in the long term, when you're trying to build these things, they do. So I'll have a guide on it and it'll be pretty useful. Let's go into Academy. Since I was on vacation, I didn't really go after this, but I have to. I want to unlock all the nodes. That's my goal for this week. Just to simply unlock all the nodes and to get here and get here, just open it up. And I'm okay with doing that. I just have to put some time into it. This is a real grind, but it's worth it. But it's a real grind. And I won't lie to you about that. That's kind of what's like not motivating me to do it. But Ranger is kind of like necessary since I use Rangers a lot. I actually use Semi a lot now, so Ranger's becoming more important. And Still of the Gods is actually becoming important. I kind of neglected this, shame on me. But some of the benefits you get from this is really good. Like this is for crit. Um, this is both of these are for Ranger. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. I didn't know that, but yeah, this is something I should have been investing in. But later, I'm not hurting too bad over it. So I want to talk about like 2 characters in particular. I've done my like due diligence. I leveled up. I haven't leveled up past
아비와
56
바엘, 등대의 인도로 당신 곁에 왔습니다.
because of these 2 characters, Marguerite
불꽃왕의 이름으로 낭만과 열정이
and Susan and Susan.
내게 준 신뢰가 내 옆에
The thing about these characters that makes them so functional is they actually share the same equipment as my Atum. So Atum's equipment and his set can work with them, so I can just constantly switch them out. I'm not worried about their equipment or their gear. I only work on traits because the gear they share with Atum. But on some level, I have to admit this. These 2 wizards are the best wizards in the game. I think Marguerite slightly edges out Susie and Susan for the fact that she's more versatile in what she can do. Susie and Susan want to be on the dark team because you take advantage of their leadership skills. They're like the support, they're like the main engine of the debuff strategy. But Marguerite just makes other teams better. So that's just the way it goes. And it's tough for me to say this. I love Jin, but Marguerite in the long term is better because Jin is such a powerful DPS. DPSs often get replaced quicker than supports. Like Susan and Marguerite just have more like staying power, as what they can do is unique. And with DPSs, they're always trying to outdo the next one. So even Charlotte is being challenged by Jin. There's just some things Jin can do that Charlotte cannot, and there's some things Charlotte can do that Jin can't. But with Marguerite and Susan, there are things they can do that no other person in the game can do. And that's just the way it stands. If I'm going to be a content creator, I have to give you the hard facts, and that is the hard facts. In fact, I'm looking forward to having both Marguerite and Clefairy on the same
아비아를
team.
돌봐주셔서 감사합니다.
I was talking
타로스에
to
있을
one of
때보다
the people
훨씬 웃음이
on
많아졌어요.
YouTube, and they were asking who's the best between Clefairy and Marguerite. I said Clefairy, and that is true. If you're going to be any character in this game, any character, if you're going to dump resources into any character in this game for the long-term duration of this game, Clefairy is that character, hands down. But what I also said is Marguerite is a close second.
붓고덩의 이름으로
She has
낭만과
teleport in her
열정이
kit,
가득한
and she heals,
아이비스에
and
오신
she
것을
buffs,
환영합니다.
and her DPS options are great. She's doing more than most characters are required. So you're gonna see later on in my new videos that Marguerite and Susan are gonna be prioritized over
태어날
Nina
때부터 모든 것을 잘하는
and
사람.
Atu.
모든 과거는 불타
And Atu's
잿더미가
really good. I'll
되어버렸다.
do a character overview on
남은
him
건
one day. He's really
아툼이란
good,
이름뿐이야.
but he's already been outclassed, and that's just the way things go. So we'll move over to my my completion and my progression, and we'll end the video there. As far as quests, I can do this. I just need map fragments, turbulent journey. I'm going to finish that, and I'll do a video of that. Dimensions. Dimensions, I'm actually crafting a team in order to clear this last bit of content, successful escape. I've actually looked at this one guy on YouTube, his strategy. Catch Monkey, he actually completed it too, but I didn't see him get the 8-turn completion. So, but there's a strategy piece of his strategy that I am going to take, and that's the use of Billette as my tank. I think Billette with her new passive, dealing fixed damage, actually is able to kill off the Lizardmen really fast, and pushing her into the melee will actually, I think, will actually be the key to me to being successful in that. So look for me to actually clear 5-6. So in place of emptiness is kind of interesting, as you'll notice in these videos that the maps have changed. Like certain conditions are abolished and new conditions are set. And I think that's interesting. I hope they do that for the next set of dimensions, but it also makes it more challenging. So where I stand right now is I I'm like 2 missions away from Ballet, and I'm 4 missions away from Sanakin. So it is what it is. So let's go into secrets. Whirlpool of Magic. I'm at the 55s, but for some reason 55s are super difficult. So I'm actually going to have to really look at my team and start to build teams in order to progress this content. And Academy, um, simply put, I just need to do it. I think I can clear this. I just need to level up my characters. That's all. I just been lazy on that. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to make a video of that. I don't think that's like worth anybody's time. Underground Fighting, I'm already at 55. Infinite Dream. A video needs to be done on Infinite Dream. I see like a lot of players not doing Infinite Dream. You should this should be empty. You should try to empty all these things because you get this and you need this to craft rare equipment. I hate the fact that it's kind of a bottleneck for good equipment, but it is what it is. But you have to constantly do that. There's no way out of that one. As far as Mamu's Den, I'm gonna start taking on these, like especially this guy, since I have Ballet. I think it's gonna be a little easier to take on this guy with Ballet. Of course, I have to move my characters around. I'll probably have Sighart and Ballet take the AoE, but it's not something I'm scared of. As far as this, I've actually got bored during my vacation and I cleared all the 50s. What I will say, there is a trick to doing this if you're willing to listen to what I have to say. And this is the trick. This is the trick. Notice that there are two recommended properties, but I want you to look at the neutral property. That's the strength of the strategy that I'm posing to you. They both do AoE simultaneously behind each other. And for positioning sake, you kind of want them to do that. Because once they burn out their AoEs, then you can control their movements. Because the AI will actually move back, AoE you, and then they'll move back up forward. So for this one, let's say the neutral property is water. If you use lightning, then he can AoE you, and he's taking out way more damage than you can handle. So your goal with these is to actually pick two elements or have light characters. Either you have a light character, a dark character, or you have the neutral element, which is water. For burning ice, it's always water. For superconducting region, it's always it's always lightning because the water will, AoE will kill the fire. And for Thunder Island, it's fire. And for light and darkness, it's always light. And if you construct your team around that, you will clear the content. And on that note, I'm gonna come out with SR videos. I'm gonna do at least one today. I think the SR videos are important because people don't want to pay for this game, and you don't have to in order to enjoy it and clear content. That's one of the best things about Landgresser. It is pay to win on some level, but in order to clear just PvE content, if you have a concrete strategy and you use the right characters, you are able to clear the content and get half of the rewards that the game offers. But when I do these videos, I will look through the lens of Nola, Sighart, and Lena because those three characters, one of those three characters you will get for free. As a free-to-play player, one of those characters you'll get for free, automatically. So when I do these SR videos, I will include them as a part of the strategy that I would like to show you that you can implement in order to win. But if you like my content, hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day, and goodbye.